Hi everyone, it's Marcie Besecker. Thank you for coming back to part 2. Let's hope that everything is working okay. Can you hear me okay? I hope so. Let me know if you guys can hear. All right. Can you guys hear me? Yay, bravo, I'm back. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It's having a little bit of a lag, but it does usually catch up for me. I have 2 microphones on now. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can hear. I have 2 microphones on now. I know it's lagging a little bit, so hopefully it's going to catch up. It's got some weird stuff going on, I have to tell you. So what I did is I ended up hardwiring my microphone in, and that still didn't work. So I rebooted everything. We did do a new hub, and they think that maybe we didn't restart the computer. I don't know. You sound wonderful. Yay. Well, I have 2 microphones on, and I'm just going to go with that because I have 2 webcams. One's in front of me, one's above. They both have microphones. It's really a weird setup, but it usually works great. So, oh, thank you, Mary. It's all stressed out now from having these little issues. I hope you guys are seeing me okay. I'm going to refresh because my YouTube's making me look like I'm a robot right now. I think it's just because I rebooted and everything is kind of restarting. So I think we are going to continue with our card. So thank you guys so much for returning. I really appreciate it. Okay, everything's working. I know, Gloria, that's what I'm waiting for. Now I can see myself and it's catching up, but YouTube seems like it's a little behind. I'm clear for you guys. Oh, good. Okay, well, let's continue on. I'm synced. Fantastic. So let's continue on and let me know. I'm going to keep looking up to make sure everything looks okay. It's a little crazy on my end, but I think it's because I rebooted and everything's kind of catching up. I was trying to hurry to get back for you guys. So sorry. I think I'm going to be testing a few things again. Now that I have a new hub, it works great, but I think I just needed to reboot, I'm guessing. So thank you guys so much. I am going to be showing customers something, and for demonstrators, it's super exciting, I think. I've heard about it, I just hadn't really looked at it closely, and then all of a sudden I did, and now I'm like, I should have looked closer earlier. All right, so I'm not going to put the panel on yet, because you guys know I like to do my panel first. I feel like I'm a little out of screen now that I moved everything a little bit, so let me just move this a little over. I know, a little crazy. Crazy day. You guys are rock stars. It is just how it goes. I know. What are you going to do, right? All right. So what I'm going to do now is you guys saw me do the embossing on here. We did our stamping on the inside. This is the card we're creating here. And so I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to adhere it on here. And so just kind of figure out a way that you're going to do it. I was going to put a sentiment down here originally. So I kind of put this off to the bottom right, and I'm actually fine with that. So what I'm going to do is just take some glue, and I just kind of go a little everywhere. I kind of go down the middle to just make sure it is going to adhere okay. So just kind of go, you know, around, down the middle. I keep looking up to make sure you hear an echo. It's probably because I have 2. I don't have a magnetic plate. It's way over here to the right, not near anything over here. I'm going to turn one microphone off. I bet you that's why. And let me know which one is better. Okay, do you guys still hear me okay? Is there an echo now? Is this one okay? Because this is the one I think I'm supposed to be using. But I switched them to make one a hard wire to my computer versus my hub. So I'm hoping this one's okay. Do you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Barely. Okay, I'm going to switch. Boy, this is... Okay, how is this one? Is this one better? Is this one better? Good. Okay, good. I switched them. Okay. No, this is the one I originally was using. I don't know. It's just odd. So I'm going to test them. We even have our microphones all labeled and everything that says overhead and above monitor, the whole bit. And for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe it's just because when we switched out our hub, he didn't reboot my computer. We're just going to blame it on him. But all right. So I went ahead and glued that down. And now I'm just going to kind of glue pieces in. And you're just going to kind of, glue them in, add them where you want. Now you're going to want a pokey tool so you can kind of lift up little spots that you might need. And I didn't go all the way to the end. I just kind of went straight down the middle. Take a pokey tool and just kind of lift up where you kind of want to just set that inside. And then I just use that to kind of, just add your little pieces there. So I did a large one over here, and I'm going to do a large one like right about there. I did a little higher there, but I don't want to go that high. So I think I'm going to go right about there. So I'm just going to leave my pokey tool to wet glue. Oh, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for being so patient. Oh, and there is nothing. This will frustrate me for the rest of the day. Trust me. I'm going to be like, are you kidding me? All right, so we're just going to stick that in here and just kind of lay them down. Okay. Now you have these three little pieces, and I just kind of sporadically put them in. This one's going upward. It just depends on what you want. I see how this one's going downward, but I'm going to do it upward. Not for any reason, just think it might look a little bit better. And I'm just going to pull this little area up right here. It might not even have glue on it, but that's okay. And I just try to hide the stems. That's all. I'm just adding a little bit here. And honestly, I don't even know that you need these because just the wreath itself is so pretty, but you could do like just another, like a pool party one behind this one and just to kind of fluff it up. But I thought these were kind of fun. So I'm going to add another spot right here. So just so you guys know, thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Mary. Just so you know, when you have to restart another video, it's like a whole thing. You got to go back and it says, do you want to use the settings from the last video? Which I said yes, because that's the last video we just did. But then you have to set the date and the time, and you've got to say, yes, turn on monetization. There's all this stuff that helps with my channel. Okay, so my bow's going to go right here. So I think I'm going to fluff this one up right about there just to kind of add. And you're going to add the bow so the tail's not that. But anyway, it does take a little bit of time. So that's what I was doing. And then I was trying to test the volume for you guys because I know it's a pain. I don't want you guys to have to sit here and wait, but I also don't want you to have to sit here while I'm trying to test the volume. But I'm going to be, now that we have the correct hub and it actually charges my laptop and it's more watts, I think the original wreath here, I just took some hues of happiness and then I took the natural prints, the new natural prints, and I just used this wreath right here. So super pretty. I'm going to move these down, put this up here. And I can put my little ones. So yeah, super pretty. I'm sure there's so much DSP that we could use that would just be gorgeous, but I liked this. And I just wanted to do something. These were thank you cards for my April customers. Now I got to make my May ones. I love doing the thank you cards for customers because I just have so much fun trying to come up with something a little different for you guys. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Well, hopefully people will just come back and watch it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm still trying to work out the details. My hub that I had, it's like a docking station because my I have two cameras plus two, plus my microphones, plus my label makers, and I just have a lot of stuff that has to be hooked up to your laptop. And so my next thing I would have to do is just unplug everything other than my cameras, but I kind of don't want to do that if I can help it. Okay, so I added dimensionals on this because I wanted to lift up this panel. And now we need to make our bow. Look at my poor fingers. I have been fussy cutting and I told my husband I'm a wreck. Okay, so we're going to do our ribbon. So we're going to do it nice and slow. We're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3, because I want 3 loops. And then I take it up here and I hold it with my finger because this is kind of like looping it around. And then I'm going to cut right about there. So now I'm going to take this and go over. Again, if you have not seen my bow video, there's a bow video that you can just, all you gotta do is type in bows and it'll come up on my videos. All right, so there is our 3. I like to do 3 with this ribbon just because it's so light and airy that it just mushes fine in your when you ship it. And I just use glue dots. I use 2 just because I like to. I don't think you need to, but. And now we're just going to put our pretty bow right here. Flip it out however you want it. All right. I think I'm going to go a little long on those because it's so pretty. All right, now the thing we're missing is our beautiful rhinestones. These things right here just remind me of diamonds. They're just so pretty. All right, so let's move that over and we're going to get small ones right here. Sometimes I like to separate out the small ones with the larger ones. That way I know what I want. Like here still is the medium and the large. And then here's a bunch of large, and I've used a lot of small. These are several packages, of course. And that way I can just kind of pick exactly the ones I need. I'm just going to I'm going to go in and outwards. So I'm going to go in and in right there. We're going to go out there and in here. And I think we'll put one out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5. And you could put some down here if you want, but I really want the focus to be right in the center there. So there you go. Nice and simple. So I think any of our papers would be so pretty to just cut out that wreath. I think it would be a great addition to a card, like if you had something planned and then this could just be in the background to just fill up some space. But like I said, when I did this, I just thought, you know what? I just could not put a sentiment on it. So I did the sentiment on the inside. So a heartfelt thank you. And this is exactly how I felt when I sent these cards out to my customers that ordered in April. I really, really appreciate your orders. And I try to do cards every single month for my customers. And no matter how crazy it gets, I'm going to do a card. It's funny, my poor husband, he actually has been helping me package up my paper shares. And so he has been, pulling off the little plastic things and folding up the envelopes. Okay, so this camera to me is a little wonky. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it. So he's been helping me, and he's so funny because he is telling me he's been pulling those things off, and they're very staticky and everything. And I've been talking about, oh, I need to get my cards done for my customers, and he's like, how are you gonna handle staying up with doing so many things and how many cards? And I go, well, you're gonna start helping me a little. You're gonna do the peeling. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate it. Okay, so quickly a recap and then something um, that I want to share with you that I think is super cool. And I really honestly haven't looked into it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta look into this so I can share it. So, but really quick, I want to explain that bingo is the 24th. I would love for you guys to join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. The deadline to sign up is Friday, and that is to ensure and guarantee a kit for you. So if you want to do bingo, it's going to be all new product. And one of the cards we're going to do is this cute little guy here. So I will send you everything to create this. I cannot stamp for you, but I will have this die cut out. I will have these pieces for you. I will have the clouds punched for you. Your little greenery right here for you. I just cannot stamp. So if you don't have the bird, use something else. Use a butterfly. Use, whatever else you have that you would like to use, and you can do that for sure. Okay, so that is a sneak peek. We're going to be doing that. Paper share, I have 3 left. So if you're interested in paper share, then go to my blog, which is at the bottom here, marciebeseckerdesigns.com. Go to shop and click on where it says paper share classes, PDF, that kind of thing. And you can register. Make sure you click on the text to open up the whole page, and then you can register. Also, I would love to have you join my team. I have a great team of demonstrators that are hobbyists, and I have some that are doing it as a business. There is really, it's hard for me not to say there's no obligation, because really the only obligation is to try to meet your quota so you can stay current. And if you share what you do, hopefully you'll have some customers out there so you don't have to do it all on your own, but it's worth a try. If you fail, it's not failing. If you in your mind, you're thinking, oh, I failed, I can't make it. It's really not. You got a great kit, you got great projects, and now you know what it's about. You're going to learn a little bit about the websites and where all the demonstrators are and all that kind of stuff, and learn some good things. And so there is no failing. As long as you try, there's no failing. Give it a try. See if it's for you. It might not be, and that's fine too. So, oh no. Oh, Deborah, take care of yourself. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to show you something, and let me make sure I have it up and posted here to this page. Okay, so my connection, I just have to fix really quick because my connection's going to be kind of wonky here. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay, it's saying invalid source, but it's not. If this could just not get any worse, right? Why is this not working? Okay, well, give me 1 second while I try to get this to work, because it is doing a weird thing. So hang in there. I have to get to this screen to do it for you. And it is just not wanting to. And it's not wanting to go to my app window. Here we go. Okay, that's not what I want. You guys, could it just be a worse day right now? Okay. Okay, here we go. So when you guys go to the website for a customer. Then what you want to do, like if you're a customer and you're going to your website, what I want to show you is you can scroll down and let's say you're going to shop products and let's say that you are interested in some inks. So you just find the items that you're interested in. And let's just say that you want these Tahitian tide blending markers. You can click the heart, okay, and it's going to go into which list do you want, okay, and you can create a new list. Okay, so when you go here, you can have a wish list, a favorite list, or you can create a new list. All right, so if you come up to the top where your heart is next to your cart, you can click there and you can manage your list. So I created this little wish list just to show you. So you can go onto the wish list and say, okay, this is what I want next. So you can be like, oh, I want the for everything fancy sequence. So you want the happier than happy bundle. So make yourself a wish list. So you can make a list of things you're interested in purchasing next. And you can call that wish list things to purchase next. Okay, so now we're going to hit back. And you can click on your favorites. So let's create a new list. Let me grab my keyboard. And you can say, May shopping. Okay, so this is going to be, you're creating yourself a new list, and this is what you want in May. Okay, so now you're going to go back up to shopping. Let's go to new. Let's find something new. Okay, so now you're going to go into the new shopping, what you want to get. Okay, new arrivals. And so once you're in here, you can kind of look around and decide what you want. So remember you wanted these Tahitian blends, Tahitian type blends. You could add those to there. You could add this right here, a Wash and Beauty. It's a gorgeous collection. You could click on the heart and you can add it to my May shopping list. Okay, now let's go back and you're going to click on the heart above. And now I'm going to go into my May shopping and now I'm ready to buy it. So now right here, I could just add to cart. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I decided, you know what, I want to get one more thing. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get the happier than happy bundle also. And then you can add it to cart. So this way, it just kind of helps you. And now you're going to view your cart and you're going to have your items there that you want. Okay, so there's your two items that you were interested in buying. And then, of course, it's going to give you more options at the bottom. You could be like, ooh, I want more distressed paper. So you can add more things in there if you want. And, of course, you can just continue shopping. You don't just have to order from your list that you've created. You can just keep shopping and add more things in that you're interested in. And then now you're ready to check out. And you don't have to go through the full catalog. I hope that makes sense. So the heart up above, when you click on it, you can create your own list. So let's say you have a friend that likes to Stampin' Up and you want to get them something for their birthday and they mentioned something. Put it in a little cart that said gifts for so-and-so. Or if you're trying to schedule your budget out and you're trying to buy certain things out a month or so, then go ahead and click on it and add it to your cart. That way you don't have to go scrolling every time. Or when you're going through the catalog and you see what you want, you don't really have to mark the catalog. You could just go in there and add them to a list. And then that way you can just go in and say add to cart or add to list or move it over to June's list or whatever works for you. So I hope this is helpful and I hope it makes sense to you. I've heard that because the wish list is newer. We haven't had it too long, and I've been meaning to go in and kind of check it out. And it finally came up. Most people, they really haven't asked about it, but I think it's a great tool. So I wanted to share it with you, and I hope you will just kind of go in and play around with it and make a list. I think that it's a great idea to have just at your fingertips so that you know when you need to run in and buy something quickly or add something that's on your mind right away. Just go in and add it to your little wish list. And then that way you don't have to be like, what was that I was going to get? Because I do that all the time. I write stuff on a post-it note and say, oh, what was I going to get? So I have to go start an order. And so I can keep adding things in. Good, Bonnie. I just keep adding things in as I need on an order that I'm ready. And then when I'm ready, I send it in. But sometimes it's like, I don't need it right now, or I'm not sure how much I'm going to need if it's for a bingo or a class or something. And I might be, ooh, I know I'm going to need some crinkle ribbon, but how much do I need? I don't know. I'm going to go put that on that list. That way I know I have enough. So anyway, just a helpful tip for you guys. I hope it helped. Thank you guys so much for being so patient today. I'm glad the sound is better. I think I'm gonna, the reboot, I think helped a lot. Hopefully everything is okay now. Oh, Carol, I love it. It'd be better if you bought it from me, but I love it. Gotta do that. Oh, good, Gloria. I'm glad you guys like that. I think it's super helpful. I mean, I even have things I know I could use it for. So, things that I know that certain people might have mentioned, and maybe that's something that we need to do for, an upcoming video or whatever. And that could be, videos. I could just put that in there. Because how many times do you write a post-it note and then you're like, where did it go? What did I do with it? So anyway, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for coming back and being patient with me. And I'm hoping it's all jiving now and sounds good and looks okay. I'm going to go back and watch the videos, especially the second one, to make sure everything looks all right and sounds okay. And then I'm going to label everything just as it is because I have my camera hardwired with my microphone, and I think that helped a lot too. All right, everybody. Thank you. Don't forget to sign up for bingo. And if you want a paper share, there's 3 left. Thanks a lot. I will see you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.